EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away, and off we go from Cleveland. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19. Yard line.
Let's go. They're on 19-yard line. 180. Real. Kill.
Mayfield on first down. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 13 yards on the game's opening play. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle.
Hey, you got three. Three down.
They go with Chubb on second down. Shreds the tackle. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up third.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Good. 180. Come on. You better bring it. Alert, alert. Alert, alert. 48 to Mike.
On third down, Mayfield. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line. Watch it. 180. Watch the run. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight right. Tight right. 3 down. 3 down.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up. Mayfield now. He finds Beckham complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
On second and a couple, Mayfield being chased out left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is third down.
61, matchbox right.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Well, that's the way you want to get an opening drive going, right? Because so often it's a tone setter. And I think even better when you're able to pick it up and convert with a running play. Because the last thing you want to do is play what I call rocket football. 1, 2, 3, kick.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive.
You know, as a head coach, you can't hide everything from your team. They know that people think that they're not supposed to be on the field with them. So they decided a heck of a game plan, didn't they? Nice fast start, get out after them, and maybe let everyone know that they're here to compete.
And get this home crowd behind them early as well.
Yeah, that's a huge part of it, isn't it? Because you get the home crowd involved, sometimes you can ride that wave, and that gives you a little added pep.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check three. He's coming. We got double up. He's coming. Double up. He's coming, double up.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Check 52. Big Ed. Check.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the Browns' 18-yard line.
Ready. Hey, Nova. I got one. 22.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down.
Pretty nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he collapsed down inside, how about the quarterback pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the second level, but picking up some really nice yardage.
Very, very well read. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're...
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from 5 yards out as they are now on the board here in the first half. Defensively, they told us that the top priority was defending option plays this week, but here on the very first drive, the defense broke down a bit.
It certainly did, and it's really not a surprise because defending option football is difficult. You have to think too much. Most of the time, you just react to what you see and you play fast. Here you're reacting, you're processing. Do I have the back? Do I have the quarterback? Who do I take? Do I take on a blocker? And next thing you know, he's in the end zone.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion in the field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of his first half of action. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
180.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mayfield. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Matt Judon. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb pushing his way through. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We're down 3, under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But boy, getting in a field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. Jackson. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, this from 48. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Let's go, let's go.
The Browns drive about to get started. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. No. Guaranteed the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
Keep playing hard.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
And while the guys with the ball are having a whole lot of fun keeping it on the ground, the guys on the opposite side, they are having zero fun. They've been getting pushed around the entire game and haven't found an answer yet to slow down the running game.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And now he'll tuck it and run. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. This one complete to Ingram. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
It's a gain of 6.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Ready. To the Seattle. Here we go again. Move. Everyone twins. Watch twins.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.